numerology. That's one of the numbers of Satan if you do gematria. This was built in 1932. This is the St.George Greek Orthodox Church. And I've done a 6-page report on this already. And this is the yellow brick theory building. It's starting to get a little decrepit there on the steps, if you look. It's got the Gilded Age molding. And they're trying to say them are the original cupolas, which I highly disagree. Because the original moldings are all crown molding up there, them plain. They try to give it the key molding in the top. It's very cheesy rendition. I'm not picking on any of the people in the church. I'm going after architecture and the history in this one. All in all, it's pretty nice. But it's definitely a Mudflood building, as well as this whole block. There's a church in the distance. We're going to do one Aos in that direction. I've never looked at the plaque on it. And this whole thing was started, the Greek congregation in 1908. In numerology, that's 27. And then they built the church, they said in 1910, and then it burned down somewhere in 32, and then they built this the same year. So they're saying this was pretty much built in a year. Let's see if we can see any flaws in the brick. Because that's what I really want to see, if we can find red brick somewhere underneath the yellow. I'm just curious. We've seen it at St. Nicholas. Obviously that's newer. They have cookouts here. But there's no way that's the original roof up there. It looks like this building was not finished at one point. And that's the cheesy rendition that they put in there. This building definitely wasn't finished at one point. And, you know, obviously it goes down a level. I believe there's all different underground things in Southbridge. The more you look into this history, I still can't see any flaws with red brick. And that brick in there is a different style brick. Right there's a little flaw, not enough. Let's go give it one. I've never been over here. Wow, the back's really nice. Now the guy who originally got this going, his name was Athenagoras the First, the ecumenical patriarch to Constantinople. And I looked up Constantinople in the encyclopedia, and what Constantinople was a part of Turkey at one point, now Istanbul. And I think they said it was President Truman or whatever at that point flew him out after to Istanbul to do a ceremony. And the ecumenical patriarch to Constantinople is the highest degree in the Greek Orthodox Church. Fun fact of the day. This one was well built, but look at right here, it's starting to eat away under there. There's something definitely under there. Is that a red brick? Makes you wonder what's really under there. These could be like fudge moldings, because obviously the brick went deeper. I have a theory that this was originally the same color as that, and that's where the welfare office is in 30 Southbridge. And they didn't want every single building to look the same, and that's why they possibly went over them with the yellow brick. And that's the theory on that, coming from the Wizard of Oz theory, with the two different roads, and the yellow brick road being the nefarious road. This one's a little beat up, but it's pretty well built, in a sense. Now there's so much mud flood in South County, all Massachusetts, quite frankly. Up there you can tell that's wasn't the way it was originally supposed to look. There was something else going on. the original picture of this church in the history book only shows you the entrance. And I'll do a follow-up video because I want to do a video on all the mud flood, and I got what I asked for here. I see it right now. But to go over to this for a second, that building in the distance right there, that's in the future. The question I'm looking for, I got the answer for. These stained glass windows look cheesy from the outside, but I don't know what pictures are on them. Now these moldings at the bottom, I believe, I call them fudge packers, because they wanted to make that look like the foundation line, but we know the bricks go deeper because it's a Mudflood building and there's a cellar, and it tells you that these people were supposedly good diggers and came here and dug everything out. They did a lot of shoveling and excavating, also with the golf courses. And here's a question I wanted answered. I told you, I knew it. I knew before I even came here that there would be red brick under here. And there's the nefarious activity I'm talking about. See how they didn't finish the molding there? Or did that molding fall off? See, they were slipping. They thought they could get away with this and we wouldn't notice it. It's exactly what my theorization was, that there was red brick, and it goes right there too. And you notice how they make the mulch go higher up there. Is that purposely? I'd like to see beyond that. Alright. Okay, what I was looking for. St.George Greek Orthodox Church, Mudflood theory, Yellow Brick Road theory, goes right up to 4-star on this one. Robie1, the Indiana Jones wrap, out in the field, ready to see more later.